I have a messy house. Yep, just about every day my house is messy. But I want to share with you 5 things that I do every single day that create like a framework for a clean house. It doesn't mean my house doesn't get messy. I have 7 kids. I do allow mess a little bit, a lot. But without these 5 things that I do every single day, it would be just too easy for my house to go to the brink of utter ruin. It would go to the pit of despair, and I could never even think about trying to escape.
Don't even think about trying to escape.
Hello, I'm Danielle, homeschooling mother of 7. I am here to talk about everything mom related. I love to talk about routines because one of the ways I, as a mother, keep things in some semblance of order is that I have routines I do every single day. Things I don't even have to think about anymore. They're just part of my morning, part of my afternoon, part of my evening, part of the fabric of my life. And getting to this point has been invaluable for me. There's always in our lives, in our homes, in our days going to be something that requires attention, something that is more of a crisis situation. And so having these things is actually what gives me time to put energy and effort into other areas in my home. All right, getting to it. The first one, do not shut me off as soon as you hear this one, is make your bed. I know. You've heard that one before. A lot, as a matter of fact. This is very much a mindset as well as a check in the old box of accomplishment. It is a mindset because right off the bat, I have not only accomplished something, I have taken the easiest habit out of these 5 and have completed it, which gives me a sense of I can do anything. I can do whatever. Actually, this took me a little while to embrace. I was one of those people who said, why spend the extra minutes on my bed when I'm just going to mess it up tonight? And even after I was married, I left our bed crumpled and unmade many a morning. And it wasn't until I had a couple kids that I started following Fly Lady, and she encouraged me actually to do a 30-day challenge and make your bed every morning. I heard one lady say, make your bed before you pick up your cell phone. If you have that kind of discipline, do it. But there is something extremely encouraging every time you go in your room if your bed looks nice, if it looks kept. And there is something very delightful about getting into a made bed where the sheets are just a little bit crispier. They're just ready for a fresh night's sleep. 2, the second thing that I do every day. Now this really has a spectrum. It is laundry. I do 15 minutes of laundry every day and 1 load, sometimes 2. I do have 9 people in my home, so you can understand that would be necessary. But because I have 9 people in my home, I am always astounded that I can get away with only doing 15 minutes of laundry a day. It is because I never take breaks. I never procrastinate the laundry so that I have weekends where I'm spending hours and hours on laundry. I just don't like that because then the laundry becomes one of those crisis elements in your life and in your home. I don't want that to happen. There are plenty of crisis elements. If you are only one person, probably everyday laundry is not something you want to even acknowledge as necessary. If there are 2 of you, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, you need to do laundry every day. And maybe it's only 5 minutes, but it becomes a part of your routine. So like I said, there's not that procrastination towards laundry because it's just something I do every day. It never is actually completed. I've talked about that in my laundry video. Watch that. It is not a satisfactory chore. It's not something that you can see, wow, all the laundry is done, and you feel that sense of immense pride and satisfaction because in 2 minutes, especially in my world, something is soiled and there's more laundry that needs to be done. Every day, some of this has to be done so that I don't lose my mind. Number 3 is what the Fly Lady calls swish and swipe your bathroom. I love this. And this has also been something that I did over a 30-day period where I just decided I'm gonna go in there after I wake up and give my bathroom a little swish, a little swipe, a little upkeep, a little facelift. The beauty of this practice is you spend between 2 to 5 minutes on your bathroom every single day so it never gets very bad. Now, I do have bathrooms in my house that get bad. I only do this for mine. And I am in the process of teaching my children to have those same responsibilities and to swish and swipe their bathrooms every day. I have talked about that in some of my videos when I talk about how do you work with your family and teach them some of the Fly Lady routines. If the rest of the house has gone to pot, I know that there is a little clean place upstairs in my bedroom, and that is the ensuite bathroom. And you can do a lot of stuff with this. I have rotated bathrooms to where I would do every other day, but every day I am doing a bathroom. Once again, it becomes a habit. It doesn't take a lot of time, and the bathroom never gets really bad. I get a paper towel, I wipe down the mirrors, I wipe down the faucets, I wipe down the toilet, same paper towel, throw it away. Then I take the sponge and I wipe down the sinks and counters. For the most part, my bathroom looks appealing. And you can do this with any bathroom. You just spend 2 to 5 minutes. So you probably know where I'm going next, and that is the kitchen. Number 4 is your sink. Fly Lady likes to say, shine your sink. I love a shiny sink. However, my goal is always to make sure all the dishes are done. So I know that she does state that if you only have time to shine your sink, take out the dishes, make sure your sink is shiny, because it does really, wow, that's a mouthful. It does really help the psychological element of just going into your kitchen, making breakfast, having to do all the things that we have to do in the kitchen. Because my family is so large, I do need dishes. I need to make sure all the dishes are done at the end of every day. It would take 3 days for me to have a total disaster in the kitchen. It would probably take 12 hours. It would probably take 4 hours. I'm not exactly sure because I can't let it get there. It takes too much time to recover. That's why I make sure that those dishes are done. Even if my sink isn't completely shiny, all the dishes are out of it and done, and the dishwasher is going. You'll notice I really spend these ritualistic moments in the places in my home that have the most use, that are very daily relied upon. My bed, my bathroom, my kitchen, my laundry, clean clothes. But if you are having a hard time even just tackling the dishes, start with a shiny sink. Get those dishes out, put them in a big pan or put them on the side. Buff up that sink so that what greets you in the morning is a good morning. Welcome to the kitchen. Number 5 is similar. It is the kitchen table. It is the place we eat. And for me, it is the place I do school most of the time. It's the place where we gather together for our basket time. We use this table all the time. It is another area. It's huge. It collects a lot of things. People set their stuff on the table. Kids eat a lot and they eat square meals 3 times a day at the very least. And I don't let them wander around with their food. I need that table to be ready for the morning. And that is something I endeavor every day to clean off. At the end of the day, if I've let it go that far, then I need to get it back to square one, get it back to my starting place for the morning. Even if you don't homeschool and you don't do school at the table is always a very tempting place to relieve yourself of your burdens, especially in our house and its location. The more people you have, the more people like to set their things, their belongings everywhere. Stacks of school, stacks of books. I have crafts and leftover food from the previous meal, whatever it is. Just get that table back to square one so you can start fresh. Remember, our routines create a structure for our life. So if the structure for our cleaning has been routined out, it is so much easier to add additional things, to add the decluttering, to add the deeper cleaning, to add the house rescue or the room rescue. So I encourage you, pick one of those 5 things or just decide, what the heck, I'm all in, all 5 things. For a month. A month is a really solid go at something. And so you can decide after that period of time, it's not what she cracked it up to be. I don't really care. I don't care if my bed's made or not. And then you can decide. But if you haven't done it for a month, every day, been consistent, establish that routine, you can't really make that decision. You can't, because you might find that you love it. All right, I'm Danielle. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. I post every Tuesday, and I would just love it if you would make a comment and let me know what it is you're gonna try. Tidy your home this year.